Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 4 in our Winter Botanical series, and this is my CollageType design team project for January of 2023. Can't believe it's 23 already. Anyway, so when we left off, we were doing pages 4 and 5, which is back here, 4 and 5. I went back and I still need to make some cards, but I did go back. I put this little decoration here. See, we still need cards here. And then I made this into a writing space, and I just added this. And I was just playing around with shapes. I didn't really do anything special, so I didn't do it on camera, but I just made 3 side tucks, and I made a writing card, and this is from the kit. And then there's another pocket right here if you want to use it. Okay, so that's that. And then I went ahead and did 6 because all it was putting paper up here, flipping this up and gluing it. And then I just added a pocket to the front. That's it. It took me literally 5 minutes, and I figured, you know. Now, the bad news is that, as you can see how full it is, we have filled up our gusset. So we're not going to have room for a journal, which is right here. The gusset, we should have made another one back here. So that's a note for the future. Because this has taken up all of our space between the covers. Not where the gusset is, but between the covers. This is pretty thick right here too. So we're not going to be able to add a journal in, but I am going to tell you how. So first of all, we're going to do page 7, and we're going to do the policy closure pocket that goes on the back of most of these types of notebooks. And this one is no exception. So page 7 is going to be fun. We are going to do a couple of things different. First, we're going to trying to not lose everything here. We're going to paper the page. So let's do that. Which way do we want it? I think we want it this way. No, we want it this way. Okay, it's only going to go up to the notch. I want you guys to know how much I love you. My laundry is on pause. I lifted the lid so that I could film this for you. I want it to go up to there. And leave a little gap. And that little gap at the bottom. Can you see that? Oh, sure I can. I scribbled really dark on it. But I didn't really do that on the width. Oh, there it is. I do have more scrap now, but they're bigger pieces. Okay. The journal is easy. You just make a couple of holes and run a cord and put your papers through. The trick to this particular one was because of the size of this little folio. Which way did I want to do it? I wanted to do it this way. Well, it doesn't matter. It looks like I'm going to lose the music or the keyboard either way. So let's just glue it on. There's nothing really to this page either. We're just going to have a little bit of fun. And then we'll do the back page. But yeah, that was totally my fault. I should have put a second gusset in the back. And you know, I looked at it and I was like, well, if I put a second gusset in, that'll fix it. And then I realized I had papered page 6. Now, if I hadn't papered page 6, I could have put a gusset in there. I could have put it back on the scoreboard and scored another gusset in the back. Right here. I could have just made another score line right along there, and it would have made this page narrower, but we would have had that little bit of space to make it more square, more box-like. So, note to self. Now we're just going to put a pocket on here. That's why I went ahead and put the paper on there. Now I'm thinking I'd like to do this, but it's too tall. Yeah, it's too tall. I think the width is okay. Okay. Now, we need to ink it. And then we'll put some paper on it. And then we'll use, I used craft paper to match our craft envelope. I forgot I had it. Otherwise, we could have used some craft paper in the beginning. Here and there. That figures. We're going to put paper on it. Or this side has something on it too. Okay, now, do I want to make it a pocket or do I want to make it a tuck? I want to make it a pocket. Oh, come on, second bubble. I'm getting hungry. You know what I'm thinking of making? So I think I might make some spaghetti. I don't have any hamburger. That's all right. I have garden variety spaghetti sauce, and it's got chunks of veggies in it. And by garden variety, I didn't mean, you know, your regular old garden variety spaghetti spaghetti sauce. I meant the style, this garden style. Okay, then we'll take and paper this. And then we will still have room, I believe, for a smaller pocket on the front. So we'll ink this. And I still need to make cards for in the front. There's a couple places, and a couple places in the center. You guys have seen me make cards in this project, so you know how to do it. There's no sense in you watching me make card after card after card after card. You're welcome. You're welcome for taking care of that for you. Consider it your homework. Your homework is to make card after card after card after card. And to put a second gusset in before you paper page 6. Why is that too long? Oh, it's not. I didn't leave a border. Paper's crooked. Or this is crooked. Well, it doesn't matter what I do. Paper's straight. This is crooked. It's already on the page. Oh, I know. We'll cover this part with a pocket. And then all you'll see is that edge, and it will look fine. Okay. Now, what are we going to do for this pocket? Are we going to use more of this and ink it? I think the craft would look better, maybe. Yeah, let's make a small pocket down here. Doesn't have to be very big. I may have just cut it too narrow. How did I manage that? That's to cut the lines the wrong way. this pocket on here. Technically, we could go one step further and paper that. But these match, and it looks nice. I'll probably just put a piece of ephemera on there, to tell you the truth. I did just ink that. Yes, I did, the other side. I was like, I know I inked that. You guys are probably yelling, turn it over. In that voice, too. Turn it over. Because you guys are all chickens. I'm a little tired today. Now this pocket is not the right size. I don't care what anybody says. Having to use the top to measure because the bottom is wet. There's a wet bottom. We'll just make this one the same height. I hope it's wider. I'm still getting used to this big trimmer. I almost didn't ink it. Almost. I took my big note that I had. Doesn't matter. This would have been sitting on top of it anyway. I took my big note up off the glass. Now I need another one, I think. All it said was ink. You guys might have remembered it from earlier videos. I just took it off to do something else. So I think it's probably on there in earlier videos in this series. And as soon as I took it off, then I almost forgot to ink. Yeah, look at that. I had glued it all the way around anyway. How's that going to be a pocket? Would have just been a brown square. Alright, this has got to be crooked. Crooked, crooked. I guess that's about the best we're going to get with this piece right here, without cutting angles. Okay, so we've got this little pocket here. We've got this paper. We've got this pocket up here. Now, this pocket isn't very big at all. So what we're going to do, let's see what's what here. Okay, what I thought we would do is make an ink pen. Well, not make a pen, but make a custom cover for a pen. And to do that is not hard. You just lay the pen here, and then you measure. Oops. Now, we won't need it that wide. We do need to glue it, so keep that in mind. Okay, and then we just need it a little bit longer than the end. So this is the size we'll use. Which is so very narrow to be cutting on here. I have no idea if it's going to be straight or not. I just lined it up at the 1 inch mark. That was the best way. So let's see if this is going to work. We're going to round the corners as well. Now, yes, okay. So now we need another piece just like this one, or the same size as this one. So let's take it from over here. Well, we know it's 1 inch wide. So we'll cut that first. See if these are the same size. Well, now let's round all 4 corners. Well, what is wrong with my... Oh, there's a piece of paper stuck in there. Okay. Let's see if it'll work now. It's just not wanting to work. There it is. How am I going to get that out? Oh, like that. there was a piece of paper jammed in there, and it kept all the other little papers from falling down where they were supposed to go inside the little bin. All right, let's see how bad this is going to be. Why is it not? Is this too narrow? All I know is it's really short now. All right, I'll have to try my other one. Darn, and that was the piece I really wanted to use. Let's see how wide this is. Oh, okay. This is 1 inch wide. Take all this time to make a simple pen. Well, I have no idea where it is. I don't have a paper rounder. I guess I do. Let's see if this works. Yeah, the piece is too small, I think. Okay. Just so you guys know, I'm terrible at this. Just like that. I could have just cut them in the shape of a tag, couldn't I? Wow, that's really bad. I've cut that small pieces with my crocodile chomper. I am not sure. I'm going to have to investigate more and see if there's another piece of paper still stuck in there or what. I have no idea. Just all of a sudden, it wouldn't chomp. Okay, so what I did was I just kind of cut these down to make them look like a pencil. I rounded this, and then I kind of, they look not so great, but they will work for demonstration purposes. And when I go through, I may take out all that fussing about with the paper and save you a little bit of time instead of sitting there watching me mess around with the papers. Depends on how long that time was. You know, sometimes when you're recording, you think, oh my gosh, that took me forever. And then come to find out, it was like 3 minutes. So, this is bad. It's really bad. I can't make it any shorter. Okay. off we go. Alright, so you can buy 100 of these for, I don't know, a few dollars on Amazon. Now I'm trying to think of where the bag with the other 99 are. 99 in it is. So you're just going to do this just like you do an altered paper clip. So we're just going to glue. Now the pen is going to stick out right there in the middle. So we want to glue right up to that area. And glue all the way around. Because we're basically sticking the paper to the paper and the pen is just trapped in the middle. I put glue at the top and the bottom so I can kind of line the pen up. If my fingers would quit getting stuck in the glue. Okay, now the trick is to get the pen to stay in the middle. And then you just have to hold it and kind of squeeze it all the way around. And if you can get most of it to stick, you can always go back and spot glue around the edges, like down here. I'm going to have to re-glue. Then you can decorate it. I think my glue got too dry because I had to mess about. Because it's just barely wide enough for the pen. You can poke a hole in the end, except for mine I can't, but you can put holes in the ends and put tassels on them, ribbons. You can put beads on these. You can do whatever you like. But this is just the plain basic way. I hope all that wasn't off camera. I'm sitting here holding it. All I was doing was squeezing around like this to get the glue to stick to the paper around the pen. That's all I was doing, was just doing this. I just was holding it closer so I could see. And then I'll have to trim this because it doesn't line up. Go figure. So this is the ugliest pen in creation, but at least you know how to make them. And then we're just going to stick it in here. Then we'll just put little cards there. Okay. So now on the back, we're going to put a nice simple, oh, I didn't make any circles. I think I'm going to have to cut the edges off. I don't think it's going to reach in any further. Alright, so we're going to glue those together. Oops, we're going to need some paper ones too. Let's see, what do we want? I'm having the red off of the stamp. For one. Let's see if we can get this flower for the other one. They don't match at all. I wonder if I've got that stamp somewhere else. I mean, I'm sure I do, but I just don't think I have it in my scraps. Nope. Alright, I would rather have musical notes than that. In fact, I think I would rather have them both be musical notes. There we go. I like that better. We'll glue these real quick, and then while they're drying, we'll do the rest. So we're just making a sandwich like an Oreo. Paper, manila folder, manila folder. And then you just line them up and make a circle. Makes it thicker. Glue all over my fingers so everything keeps sticking to my fingers instead of to each other. Okay. Alright, so we need the expandable sides. I cut these pieces 1 inch wide. I'm just going to fold it in half. And then each of the halves I'm going to fold back on itself to make an accordion shape. Which I apologize for not having done one ahead of time. So that's what, 3 minutes of your life you'll never get back again. So then we're going to make the flap. And we're going to make the bottom. You know you've got it right if it looks like a W. So we need a paper, which I didn't get. And it doesn't matter what it is. And we need to trim the paper to size. Oh, I've got to use a long one. Apologize. I normally have this part done ahead of time. You can see how fat the folio is right now without trying to put a journal in there. Okay, so we've got that. Then the bottom is going to be this. And then we're going to make this the flap for the top. How am I doing it that? Do you guys know? Now when you're measuring this, you want it to be the same size, the same width. You don't want to leave a little border. I mean, you can if you want to. Now, how far up do I want the pocket to go? Well, not that far. I'd like for it to go probably to here. That way I can get stuff in and out. Silly me wanting to put stuff in and take stuff out of my pocket. Okay, so then we need to, I should have left it a little bit longer. We need to score it 1/2 inch. I'm going to do 1/4 inch because I think I cut it a little short to be doing 1/2 inch. Plus, I don't want to take off very much of the picture, and 1/4 inch is plenty. But 1/2 inch is good. 1/4 inch will do it, though. Okay. And we'll put this on, but we won't glue the sides. I'm going to ink it. In fact, Oh, I wonder if the corner rounder is going to work. If it was just that size paper. Doesn't sound like it. Let me get a scrap. So it's working. Yep, it was just the size of the paper. You know, I keep trying to clean that out, and instead of falling into a little bin, it falls down in between the hinges. I don't know if mine's missing a piece or something, but there's nothing there to catch the pieces when they fall, when you punch them out. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with the top. This one, it doesn't matter, so, well, can't see very well on that side either. And then we're going to want it, well, let's cut the width first. Now, I know that we want it to have the 1/2 inch, plus we want it to be probably this far down. So let's mark it up here. So that way we can make the flap. Pretty sure it was the longer one. Yeah. You're using typing paper or close to that 21 pound, 29 pound paper. You don't need to yank it through the scoreboard like that. This is 65 pound cardstock, so I just want to make sure that the groove gets in there really well. I don't like it when I don't put things back where they go. Okay. I'm going to ink it. Around the corners. Now we want to be able to make the holes for the closures, so we're not going to glue this yet until we mark it and then we flip it open and make the hole, because that way we don't have to worry about trying to fit the crocodile down in there. So we're going to want to have that can't possibly be straight. Now that's definitely crooked. Okay, so we're going to make a mark up here where we want our closure. Remember, the circle's 1 inch around. So you're going to put it up a little higher than you think. Look at that. My dot is right on the 0. That was kind of fun. Okay, so let's make the holes. And I use the smaller hole. Still not happy with that hinge. Alright, and now I drew a big circle in here somewhere. Where is it? Here it is. Hopefully those are approximately straight. So now all we need are our circles. I don't know why I put the crocodile away. I need to put a hole in the center of each one of these. Now, whether those are the centers or not, I have no idea. And this is the reason that we don't seal it up. Not time yet, Oz. He thinks it's time for lunch, but it's not. He just thinks it is. Because he's a dog. He doesn't know any better. You should see when the time changes. I've tried and tried to explain to him spring forward and fall back, but you know, he just doesn't want to listen. Okay, I'm just going to open the little feet up. All right. Can't believe I finally have to get a new tape dispenser. I know it was this tape that did it. Never going to buy cheap tape again. I'll pay extra. Extra and get the good stuff. Alright, we're going to go over just a little bit over an hour, but it won't take that long. We're almost done. So the parts that I don't have done, which are mostly cards, I'll add those in and you'll see them in the pictures on Pinterest. This is not a big enough project that I'm going to make a flip through for it. Okay. We're just gluing the springy sides on with the pointy side in the middle facing out. These types of notebooks, in my mind, almost all need one of these in the back. They're real narrow. They don't have anywhere really to put anything. Especially mine. Get a little carried away, I think. And so this gives you somewhere to put your stuff. And now we won't have anywhere to write because we weren't able to put our journal in. And that was totally my fault. And of course it was my fault. Whose fault would it be? Is it going to be your fault? I think it is. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll blame it on you guys. Just flip it over and lay it down and them too far up. I thought I had plenty of space. I should have glued them to the flip up, which I'm not really sure why I didn't do that. It's the way I always do it. Okay, let's try that one more time. Then all we have to do is glue this to the page, and then we'll be done. Or to the book. Oh, I'll put the string on. We have 2 strings to do. I forgot about the string, I'm sorry. Okay. So, we're just going to tie it to one, which is going to be the top one. This is the way we'll do the front closure as well, only we won't have anything else to wrap it to. We're just going to wrap it around the book. I'm so sorry, my hands are so tired today. I'm just making a knot. I'm going to trim it. And that's it. And just run it down. And in fact, you don't even have to crisscross them. And just leave it like that. And then we just have to glue it to the back of the book. Now, on the front cover, I'm thinking of leaving the cord extra long so I can add beads to it and tie them on. So all you do is string them on there and tie a knot at the end and then trim it to whatever length you want. So I'm getting more on the glass than I am on the paper. So that's done. Now we have to do is the same here in the front. Is just tie a knot. Let's see. 1, 2, and then some to tie the beads onto. Okay, so I'm just going to tie this one on here. And then we'll be done with the book except for the cards that I need to do. There we go. Give it a snip. Then to close it, all you're going to do is run the cord around twice, down around the top, and have it hang down. Now it doesn't look like I did leave enough room for beads. I thought it looked a little short. But I could put the beads all the way up to here and then still have enough room to tie a knot. Okay, so let's take a look real quick since we're way over time. So here's our cover. This is page 2, and it opens like this. And then there's all this goodness. Then this is page 3, and it's a giant pocket with an envelope in it. This is page 4, which I have not finished. 5, which needs some decorating. I'm sorry, 5. That's all part of 5. 6, 7, and 8, which I really like that deer there. Okay, so that's it for this series, and I will see you in the next series, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.